on Saipan, Tinian, and Rota. Our regional coverage of the Northern Marianas, reporting what you need to know, asking the hard questions, and sharing your voice, your view on the issues that matter in good times and in challenging ones and in changing times. KUAM CNMI, keeping our community at the center because we are better together.
Secretary, those are the cadets that are having them observe. They'll be graduating next month, so let them just observe this. Just go ahead. Thank you, everyone. Especially for this last-minute call for asking you guys to come over and we'll do some just press conference for the interception that we made last week, actually. Because we want the people to know that we are trying our best to stop this dangerous drugs, meth, from entering our islands. So last week July 5th? Friday, July 5th, about 9-something a.m. Customs officers were doing their routine inspection up at the cargo area, Micronesian Air Cargo warehouse, in which during the inspection they came across this package, a portable speaker, stereo speaker. The officer carefully examined, went ahead and did an X-ray the speaker, and the X-ray revealed some anomalies, some issues in there. Continued the inspection, opened it up, and discovered 6 package of crystal meth. Test was done and it shows presumptive positive. So the total weight for this is 1.1 pounds. The street value is estimated at we're going from the lowest, which is we're saying 300, up to 400. So with the 300, it's 155,000. Okay, so an arrest was made yesterday during a ops control delivery. A Asian national was came, pick up the package, and then was fast forward, was arrested for this. It's now pending before the federal court. Question?
Is the origins of the mail?
The origin came from USA,
Monterey, California?
Yeah, California.
And this is in line with the trend of it coming more so from the States?
Yes.
Did it come through the U.S. Postal Service or UPS?
It's UPS.
Is it a business entity, addressed to a business entity, or just an individual?
It's addressed to an individual. It is the individual that came and picked up the package.
Was that individual known to have any prior record, or and that's for the commissioner of DPS? That's the one that was on your radar screen?
I have not gone that far on the information, but I'm sure that you'll be connected to previous cases similar to this.
How do you decide if it's local or federal? Is it because it was through UPS, it's a federal, or how does that get?
Well, it's I'm sorry, I need to backtrack this. This is a joint efforts with the Drug Enforcement Task Force, which combines the Department of Public Safety, Department of Corrections, and Customs. Immediately after the findings, we all called our partners to assist us, and because of that, we were able to make an arrest. And appreciate this partnership with the both Department of Public Safety and Corrections. So it's really a joint effort.
Can you walk us through, sir, how was the customs officers being alerted by this? Was the individual being monitored for a few days now, or last few days, or this is an ongoing investigation that led to this?
No, actually, no. There's no intel on this. We just mobilize officers to where we think that it's high risk, post office or at the cargo. So we have roving officers moving to, say, 8 officers would go to cargo, do an inspection there. After that, there's some that would be at the post office. So it is just a routine inspection. And when the thing was X-ray, it reviewed that there's something hidden inside.
Was it just the box? Did it only have that in it, or did it have other items in there as well?
Or it's a box with clothing material.
Okay. So that was everything that was in the boxes in front of us there?
Right.
The speaker and then
Yeah.
some clothes?
Last time we spoke, there was no arrest on the previous drug bust at the post office. Can you give us an update now if there was one since then? Because that was like a month ago or 2 months ago.
There was no arrest. Not every case is favorable to us. We try our best. The most important thing for us really is, intercepting this illicit drugs from going out to the community. We want to make an arrest, but it's not always favorable to us. With this case, it's a favor to us because we did nab the person that tried to bring it in.
What was the problem with the last one? Why was it unfavorable?
We didn't make any arrests. There was some, I guess, operational issues that we learned from that, and that's why we address the gaps there, and that's why we're successful in this one.
You mean like sort of the procedure, or how the following went down, or can you elaborate on what you mean by that?
It's the process. One of it is the communication, the radio communications. The other one, I think, went to a dead zone area that we just don't have any communication in a dead zone, and so we learn from that. So, everything was corrected after that incident. We corrected for this case. We had the communication. We tested where are the dead zones. I don't want to elaborate more because I don't want to review our strategy. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. But again, not all the cases. I hope all the cases that we're gonna do would fall favor for us, but it doesn't happen that way.
And Director, we've had this type of press conference a few times already this year. Would you say it's more frequent this year in particular, or what has changed?
We would never let our guards down. That's for sure. This is a money-making business for this person. When he was busted, they found, I guess, ice also. I'm not sure about cash, but I don't know how. We're just suspecting it's coordinated from mainland China, But it's as long as the demand is there. Of course, these dealers would provide the supply. So I don't think it's gonna stop. We're going every day. We mobilize people where we think that is maybe vulnerable, or for any illicit drugs or even high taxable goods to be smuggled in. We mobilize people.
Do you guys have
enforcement, or have you seen anything happen on the streets recently in the past few months
Uh,
related to these drugs?
This is some of the prime example of the working collaboration with Division of Customs and Department of Corrections. With the working relationship, we find results in this. In instance, some of this investigation that were pending, things like this will come across where we were able to make the arrest as in previous as. Probably the previous case is still pending, we're still investigating. So this is some of the success that came into play with the joint effort. I would like to let the people know that we will continue to fight this, because these are the things that will destroy family, friends, and even destroy the person himself or herself. So it's a joint effort that we are concerned for the safety of the community, and we're also concerned as a community as a whole that we don't want this kind of drugs coming into to our island and to destroy our happiness on the island. So we will continue to fight this. I will continue to support Customs and Department of Corrections in the effort on the war on ice. Who else is going to do this if nobody would take the step forward? It'll be us, the three of us. And I will continue to say thank you, Director Hoffness and Commissioner Torres, for the continuing joint effort, and of course the Secretary of Finance for her support in efforts to continue to battle these dangerous drugs that's coming to our island.
Secretary Narita and DOC Commissioner, did you want to provide your own statements?
I'd just like to reiterate and echo what Commissioner of Public Safety and Director Mofnes, Commissioner Torres, that the partnerships between our departments are critical, and the prioritization of our law enforcement and their operations. Resources have been shifted to support these operations, the personnel in conducting their routine inspections. And despite the difficult fiscal challenges that we face, we understand that law enforcement is a critical priority for government operations, and we continue to support their needs. And in doing that, we keep our community safe and drugs off the street. And so I commend the Division of Customs for their hard work and for keeping our community safe.
For me, it's a team effort. Drug interdiction is a top priority for this law enforcement team. We're doing everything to disrupt the supply chain. And another thing that I wanted to add is I wanted to urge all the residents to be vigilant and report any suspicious activity or behavior, that may look odd. Just report it. If you see it, report it. I mean, we do need the community's help. I appreciate this collaboration. I mean, again, this is a top priority, but with the community's help, if you see something, report it. That's going to help us, with this whole operation.
Thank you so much.
Unless you want to provide any other
Details.
you want to talk about the cadets maybe?
The founders of KUAM had a vision to be a source of information and entertainment for our region. Our inaugural slogan, Voice of the Marianas, is something that still resonates today through our dedicated coverage of CNMI news and community information on television and our digital platforms. We are proud to be your Voice of the Marianas, and thank you for turning to us to keep you informed. KUAM, a legacy of local, a legacy of firsts for 70 years. On Saipan, Tinian, and Rota, our regional coverage of the Northern Marianas, reporting what you need to know, asking the hard questions, and sharing your voice, your view on the issues that matter, in good times, and in challenging ones, and in changing times. KUAM CNMI, keeping our community at the center because we are better together.